Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the location. I just bring this information to you. I want you to just watch this video and then we come back for the next step. So, but I would want you to first watch the video till the end, then we come back for the next step. Thank you. Okay, having watched the video, number one is that we have a lot of problem in Nigeria. We have lots of problem to handle in Nigeria, and if we do not handle this problem, it will not become a tradition. It will sound like being a law. You understand? To yourself. What effort have I put in place that will help to build my economic pocket? It's a question we have to ask ourselves. In what ways have I tried my best to ensure that I earn a living? You that is making it, you that is in a rich level, you're wealthy. In what ways have you tried to help a poor person in your life? Now, I don't want to put all blames on the government because we have our role to play as an individual living in the country. What have you done to ensure that you eradicate poverty from your family? What effort? You that is women, because the most people we find in churches are women. Now, you that is a woman living in your husband's home, what effort have you put in place to ensure that you maintain peace and sanity in your family? Even when there is hunger, in what ways have you tried your best to ensure that you don't make the man seems to look like he's not trying his best to put food on the table? That is a question we have to ask ourselves before we go to government. You that is a man, in what ways have you tried your best to train your kids as much as you can? You that is blaming and all. If you were asked, from the moment you were born, what has the government done to you so special in helping you to build your academic level, in helping you to build your economic level? Have you asked yourself that? Now let us look at the people that brought this civilization to us. They brought education, they brought good roads, they brought religion. Now, these people that brought this is not the practical way they showed us to practicalize it. It's not. This is not the way they worship. They don't blame they don't blame any fucking animal. They don't blame them because they have already taken what belongs to us, use it to decorate theirs and live a good life and comfortable life over there. You that is blaming an animal, being responsible for your poverty, being responsible for your death, being responsible for all sorts of bad things you can imagine. You blame yourself for failing your family. Yes. Have you blamed yourself for failing your family? It's not only about government, it's not only about putting blames on animal who has nothing to do with your predicament, who has nothing to do with your poverty level, who has nothing to do with starvation, who has nothing to do with your economic instability. It has nothing to do with that. This is what, when very dark man start attacking this religion, many people may think he's going wrong or he's going gaga or he don't know what he's doing. But just watch. This animal doesn't have any hand for not building a good road, for not building a good company, for not building a good and strong political institution. It's not about putting it there, establishing the body, but is it strong? Is it functionable independently? Or is it being controlled by another power or another authority? You are blaming an animal. Have you asked yourself, why did my father fail me? Why did my father fail me at this point? Have you asked yourself, why did my mother fail me? Did your father give you the best education? Did your mother give you the best education? My dear brothers and sisters, we have to change our narrative. We have to change the way we think. We have to work on ourselves and know that all these animals are not the cause of our predicament, are not the cause of our impoverishment, are not the cause of our starvation, the bad growth of economy, the bad standard of education. They are not the cause. This is what Matthias Isaac always say. That's why he keep on attacking the church. But most of us, we don't understand the reason. Those who brought this church to us, they are not practicing it in this way. They don't. They practice it in a cool and calm way. They sing, they praises. But signs and wonders, no. They don't do cherry blah 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 blah. No. If you go to any international church, believe me, it's a total different thing you're just doing there in Nigeria. It's a total different thing. Yeah, I've been there countless number of times and I enjoyed it. Nobody, had any animal on hand trying to put a blame that they are the cause of our problems. No, nobody did that. Church, you should start evangelizing, you should start sensitizing our people that the cause of our problem is ours first. We are the major problem of ourselves. In addition with the government. These are two factors. The two benefiting factors militating against our progress are ourselves, government second, nobody again. Now, have you asked yourself, this position I am today, how did I do it? How much effort did I put in order to reach to this level? Now, you that is in that position, in another position, have you asked yourself, in what way can I put more effort to escalate or to elevate myself, to elevate from this poverty level to another level? In what way? This is a question you have to ask yourself first. We have to work on our mindset. We have to work on our IQ. We have to work on the way we reason. Our sense of reasoning is too demented. We see things that doesn't matter as they are the major problem we have. We have to work on ourselves. We have to try to work on ourselves to remove our mindset from the shackles of slavery mindset. We are being chained with a slavery mentality. It has not gone out from our self-consciousness. That's why we always lies on a blame game. We have to separate ourselves from the abyss of colonial mentality. We have to separate ourselves from the shackles of colonial sensitivity. We need to get out from this colonial mindset that someone is doing us, because we have been maltreated in the past, manned, colonized, controlled in armies. Doesn't mean that we are not free today. Doesn't mean that any predicament we pass through, that any problem we come across has everything to do with anybody. No. Now let us go to the government. Have you asked yourself, your current governor, your current local government chairman, what has he done? Now, this is what Soludo tries to, let the public know that this is not our main problem. Religion is not our focus, should not be our focus. We have to work on ourselves first. We have to understand that we should stop blaming anybody for being responsible for our predicament, for our poverty level, for any problem we come across. Just don't put anybody on a blame. Understand that it's all your fault first. It's all your fault. If you understand that what you are passing through today is as a result of a mistake you made in the past, you will stop putting any fucking thing on the government or trying to put it on the animals. You made a mistake. There is what we call financial mistake. When you experience financial mistake, you will see the result. When you fall, you rise. You don't fall and remain the same. No, you don't fall and remain on that ground. You fall, you rise up. You encourage yourself and you strike again. Don't say someone failed me. No. Don't say that. Nobody failed you. You fail yourself. Yes. Truth must be told. You fail yourself. You made a mistake in the past. You weren't able to calculate well and make the right choice. That is what both of us are facing today. Unable to reason properly because we have pushed every game on the government and the religion. Yes, on the government and on animals. The way of our or the belief system, the way of our worship should not determine the growth of our economy. No, it should be separate. It should be totally separate. It should not determine to the growth of our economy. It has nothing to do with it. It has no link. If our economy is destabilized, it is what mismanaged. If the economy is destabilized, no need it was caused as a result of what? Mismanagement. That is it. Or you can put any other thing, maybe embezzlement, but no it's as a result of what? Mismanagement of political institution, mismanagement of public fund. When an institution fails to address its problem or fails to put their effort to the growth of an economy of the state, the institution has been mismanaged by the head of it. Let us stop putting a blaming game on animals, saying, or not even animal or ourselves. Nobody does anything to any fucking body wrong. You did wrong to yourself. You did wrong to yourself by not being sensitized. Because we see informations on the media. We travel, we got information, we see how democratic environment looks, how laws are being maintained, how good things come to country, how country functions, how a nation functions. When you come back, you don't want to implement such. You don't want to put it in practice. As an individual, you have the money. You don't want to build a good company in your country. As a governor, you don't want to build a good company. No, so what you have done, I will not condemn it. You have opened the eyes of many people. But Your Excellency, please, I want to ask. You made us to understand that the church, even the traditional way of worship, that it has nothing to do with our progress. Okay, quite understandable. Can you tell us the effort we have made to employ many youths? How many companies have you built in Anambra State? How many good roads that even their holes cannot even be seen, where the water pass through the gutters? will be sealed off. You will not even notice that there is a gutter under it, there is a hole under it. How many buses do we have in Anambra State? Now the question is, why should individual be collecting a contract, transportation contract? This is what government should manage by themselves. Because, for example, if it happens that you manage this, nobody collects contract, there will be no much arboros on the road. And and it will make you to go to China, bring many buses, lots of them, build a good standard bus station. So to build train station in Anambra State is a good thing. To make Anambra State Airport an international airport is a good development. This is what you will do. To maintain or build a good educational infrastructures, build good schools that will contain air condition is a good thing. Our people will now start studying under air condition. So to maintain 24 hours electricity in Anambra State is a good thing. Yes, if the 24 hours cannot be maintained, you bring solar energy. Government, you can start first. You lead by example. You are the ones others emulate from. You are the mirror. You are the mirror we see. What and what? How many hospitals have you built in Anambra State? How many schools? How many schools were maintained? How many hospitals were maintained? How many good roads have you built? Were you able to maintain 24 hours electricity for complete 2 months? Is there any train station? How many bus stations, standard bus station, standard in Anambra State, standard bus station? How many buses can we say, okay, this bus belongs to government of Anambra State, a road transportation bus? How many can we, that in your regime? Because how many have you invested in agriculture? Have you gone to China, import tractors, send it to different local government? Anybody who is interested, any farmer who is interested should register, assign one or two, then pay. You have to pay for it. You hire it and state how many days it will not last for your hand before you bring it back. The days will determine how much you're gonna pay. This is how to do things. Bring those things that are there at China. We have access. Nigeria partners with China very well. It's not going to remove anything from your pocket. Let us look at the agricultural sector. I'm not saying you should give anybody funds, but provide the facilities for them. Just provide the facility. Forget about loan. No. Many people have acres of land to cultivate, but many have become old. They have become aged enough not to go to farm. And even maybe at some point the kids may not be around to help them in that. So they need a tractor. We need to advance our agriculture. Yes, we need to advance it. Can we boast the population in Anambra State? Can you boast of it? The number of people living, residing in Anambra State? Can we? No. Can we boast of having camera in Anambra State? How can we have camera when we don't have electricity? This is all things. How can we maintain a company where there is no electricity? How can we maintain hospital where there is no electricity? How? So when you are chasing, when you are looking after, chasing after the traditionals and the pastors that are not, you like to call them, no, I will not call anybody fake, but maybe they do not understand the way of the worship, not being fake, but lack of understanding on the ways to worship God is what is going wrong with them. Now, let's just focus on the achievement of government. You have you have condemned, you have criticized in a special way, and we like it. But you that is criticizing, what have you put in place to ensure Anambra State becomes the number one in the whole Nigeria? That is it. So I want to tell you today that this thing we are seeing on my screen is not the main cause of our problem, and we have to understand that the government has failed everyone. But there are people who say the government failed you, and we never accept that failure. And they started working on themselves to do that. They say even though government fails, I will never accept it. No. And they made it. So why won't we? Why are you struggling and having this life? Why? What has government done to you? If government start creating empowerment, creating opportunity, employing people, building different companies, do you think you can even talk about church again? Do you think? If there is a good development coming down to another state, will you even try to talk about church? Or try to blame anybody? Whereas everybody will go, your currency is okay, the food we eating, it's cheap. We focus on our agriculture to ensure that we produce massive farm products, and there will be lots of food in the country. One very dark man start attacking, but many people don't understand that these people they are not. These things are not the problem we have. They're not the problem we have. And even the people that taught us on how to worship God in their own ways didn't even teach us this one we are doing. This one is even our own method, our own demented reasoning. It's too sorry. It's too fucking. What's this?